So I'm working on the first volume for my new set of books titled The Handyman Freedom Formula, and the first set is going to be on mindset. And so I've been digging a lot into mindset lately. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that I love mindset. I love just the thought of kind of understanding what's going on in your brain and being able to change that and manipulate it with different thoughts or, different outside resources or interactions. And today I thought it'd be cool to talk about what I think are the two most important mentalities or mindsets that we deal with on a daily basis. Now, at the very simplest form, these mindsets are called the positive mindset and the negative mindset. And just thinking about those two, you could probably figure out what they exactly mean, but I'll define them for you. Positive mindset is believing that you can overcome anything if you try hard enough. Where a negative mindset says that you cannot overcome anything because outside forces are greater than what you can do, and what other people are doing or what the world is doing just causes you to be stuck. Now, how I love to define these two mentalities is the champion mentality and the victim mentality. And I think it's very interesting digging into these two different mentalities because at the end of the day, we all want to choose the champion mentality. We all want to have a positive mindset. But I believe our nature and our just natural way of doing things automatically chooses the negative mindset or the victim mentality. We automatically default to that setting. So it takes some actual thought to constantly choose the champion mentality or having a positive mindset. It does not come naturally, and I think that's why most people struggle in business in general, because that negative mindset is there all of the time, whereas we have to actually plug in and we have to engage in certain things to try and find that positive mindset and see those brighter days that are possibly ahead. Because let's face it, like we said before, running a business is not all fluffy bunnies and rainbows. There's a lot of negative mindset to running a business and a lot of things that can get you down in the dumps very quickly if you're not careful about it. Well, you might be saying that the negative mindset is just a natural thing, so how do we possibly avoid that, or how do we get out of it when we are in it? So I want to give you 6 tips to get out of the negative mindset. So the first tip that you can use to get yourself out of that negative mindset is simply getting rid of all the negativity in your life. If you think about what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, more often than not, you're probably going to find a lot of negativity in there. It's kind of interesting if you look at all of that stuff and what's going around in news media today and print media and videos, there's a heck of a lot of negativity out there. So the number one thing that you could do to get yourself out of the negative mindset and to focus on the positive mindset, or get yourself out of the victim mentality and get yourself into the champion, is to simply start getting rid of the negativity that's speaking into your life. Because what goes in your mind often comes out. And what goes in your mind stays in your mind, and it just twirls and twirls and twirls and twirls until it comes out. And that comes out in a negative way or a victim mentality. So by simply doing an evaluation on yourself, what do you watch when you get home from work? Do you turn on the news right away and hear all that negativity? What are you reading? Are you reading self-help entrepreneurial books, or are you reading Debbie Downers? Right? What are you watching on YouTube? Are you watching Honestly Handyman, or are you watching some other guy who's speaking negativity into things and speaking about doomsday and things like that? Listen to positive things in your life and start pouring into yourself what you want to come out, and your mentality will change. The second tip that I would have is simply exercise. When is the last time you've gotten out and you've had a good, we call it a beat down? I'm part of F3. It's a nationwide, worldwide thing. I would highly recommend it. It is an all men's workout, and we have early morning beat downs. Fantastic. So in my area, we meet at 5:15 every morning, and we have a great, just a great time exercising and a great time of fellowship. Exercise is huge for mentality because it releases a lot of inner tension that you don't even know that you have. And then also working out with other people adds a whole nother layer to that, because you get that community, you get that fellowship layer that absolutely changes your mindset really quickly. So if you're interested in checking out F3 and you are a man, that's a requirement. Obviously, you have to be a man to go to this. Check out f3nation.com. The third one kind of goes with the second one. If you are working out with a community of guys or a community of people, talking it over is tip number 3. Talking things over, talking a mindset out is super healing, because more often than not, you're going to realize that we're not the only one that struggle with a negative mindset. Because at the end of the day, like we said before, a negative mentality is kind of the default. Everyone struggles with the negative mindset, and talking it over really helps because you understand that you're not the only one in the boat, and there's other people that struggle in the same way that you do, and they may have some good things that can be beneficial for you. And again, F3 can solve both tip 2 and tip 3 because you are working out with other men, having great community, and great fellowship. Tip number 4, I think, is absolutely huge. It is find a way to serve. And I think more than just serving is looking outside of yourself, thinking about what's going on with other people, realizing that the world does not revolve around you. Sorry if I just ruined your day, ruined your life, but the world does not revolve around you, and realizing that really helps you shift your mindset very quickly. Realizing that other people have it worse off than you. I always like the thought of like, okay, so you're driving down the freeway and some jackwad cuts you off in traffic, right? What do you want to do? You want to speed up, you want to flip him off, you want to get back at him, you want to have that road rage. But thinking for a second, be like, well, what's going on with that jackwad? Like maybe his wife is just going into labor and it's his first kid and he's freaking out. Or maybe something's going on. Maybe his house is on fire. I don't know. Like maybe something is going on with this jackwad that I don't see because all I see is him cutting me off and I feel offended by that, right? So actually getting yourself out of your own mind and realizing that other people live in this world and you can infect change in those people by sometimes just letting things roll off of your shoulder can be the best thing that you could do. So not only thinking about what might be going on with someone else, but also looking for ways to serve those people is absolutely huge. Getting your mind off of yourself is really what tip number 4 is all about. Tip number 5 is huge. Find ways to be grateful. Oftentimes when we are stuck in that negative mindset, that victim mentality, we are just like Debbie Downers on ourselves. We think that, man, life sucks. It can't possibly get any better. Like this is going on and I got a flat tire and my bank account's almost at 0 and my wife's gonna leave me and all this stuff, right? Like actually sitting back and thinking about what can I be grateful for can absolutely change your perspective. And that kind of leads into tip number 6, which is write down how you're feeling. I always recommend have a gratitude list. Journal every single day. Absolutely helps change your mindset. So you can connect kind of tip number 5 and tip number 6. Tip number 5, be grateful. Tip number 6, write down your feelings, write down what's going on. So by creating a grateful list, things that you can be grateful for, again, gets your mind off of those negative things onto some positive things. Maybe even the only positive thing that's going on in your life is that you're breathing and you woke up today. That's fantastic, right? That means that God's not done with you yet. He has more in store for you. He has more of a plan, which is fantastic. So it doesn't really matter what else is going on. It doesn't matter if that jackwad keeps cutting you off in traffic. You woke up today. You got breath in your lungs. That means something greater is coming. And I think that's really at the root of this mindset shift, is realizing that greater things can come. And now one thing that I've recommended for you guys to do before, but I want to recommend it again, is to sit down and do a little homework. Write out on this side of the paper, champion mentality, and this side, victim mentality. Write out all of the things that kind of a victim would say, right? A victim would say, I don't have enough handyman work and this thing is not working. Whereas a champion would say, I don't have the right type of work. Maybe I should look in different ways, and how can I find different ways to find the work that I need so that I could get this handyman business up and going. At the end of the day, you just need to remember that there's always a solution. There's always a good to the bad, but there's also always a bad to the good. So you need to remember that every time you feel yourself getting stuck in that negative mindset, to implement these 6 tips to try and bump yourself into that champion mindset, that positive mentality. Because at the end of the day, in order to be successful, you have to keep trying and keep pressing forward to that positive mentality. And the reason why I say keep trying is because it's going to be a daily battle. Every single day, that negative mentality, that negative mindset is going to be hitting you harder than it ever has before. And you need to do different things to get that positive mindset. I love one saying that my first business coach ever said, is that the things that got you to where you are today are not the things that are going to get you to where you want to go. So you need to constantly be learning new things every single day because life changes. Who I am today is not the same person that I was a year ago. So the negative mentality that I feel right now is much harder than the negative mentality that I dealt with a year ago. So I need to constantly be improving my game and upping my game and surrounding myself with guys that are better and better and better so that I can become better each and every day. Guys, I haven't said it enough, but I really appreciate you guys sticking around. This is day 54 of my 100-day video challenge, and I'm super stoked. You guys might be asking why I'm in just regular clothes, because nowadays I'm really stay-at-home dad. My life has kind of changed these last well, it's really been about a month, about 5 weeks here. My wife is pregnant with our third baby, which is absolutely fantastic. She has had horrible morning sickness. So I made the choice that I need to take some time off work and I needed to take care of my wife and take care of my kids because found out she wasn't even eating or anything like that. So it's like, I got to be home to make sure that she eats for one, and also take care of my kids because she's kind of not in a position to do that right now. So my life has changed a lot, but it's really fantastic because September 1st, we actually promoted our estimator to the role of general manager. So it's working out absolutely perfectly because the business is running by itself and it's doing great. We have a great team there at Honestly Handyman. It is working great. So I'm blessed being able to take the time off of work and really focus on things like YouTube and coaching and consulting has been absolutely fantastic and a huge blessing. So I just want to say thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. This has been a fun 100-day video challenge, and we are not done yet. We're just over halfway. So we got a lot of more great content coming at you. And like always, I absolutely love your comments. So drop me a comment in the comment section below. And also, if you haven't yet, subscribe to this channel. Go ahead and check down below this video and see if you're subscribed or not. Because if you're not, subscribe and also like this video. And we will catch you guys tomorrow on day 55. Have a great rest of your Thursday, guys. We'll see you later.